Hey, all my stock trading peeps. So I had some meetings today and couldn't really pay too much attention. My Apple short is working out well based upon the data in the spreadsheet. So thank you, Mr. Spreadsheet. But there was something else that happened that's going on right now that is not good. Let me pull up my spreadsheet to be able to show you. So yesterday, all of the Magnificent Seven signaled, so we're going one day up from here. This is today right there, and then yesterday, you see how everything was super, super strong. So as I scroll across, super strong, scroll across, that's Apple, very negative. NVIDIA, super strong. Amazon, super strong. Adobe, super strong. Tesla, kind of strong. Google, super strong. AMD, super strong. And the market, massively strong, 0.0033. Massively strong. Still in its rally. This column here is its rally column. But now, the market has completely turned today. Now, yeah, we're in front of the Fed Reserve decision. So the question is, are they selling the news? Is that why my Apple stock is working? I believe Apple's earnings will suck. I believe its forward guidance will suck. I believe that things in China are very, very bad, and China is the most massive market for Apple. They have lots of competition coming into the market in China now from Chinese manufacturers making their own frickin' chips that they've stolen the technology from us. Apple, to me, is blub, blub, gurgle, gurgle, all gone from a stock perspective on its earnings. I could be completely wrong, but it's just a feeling. I got this feeling. So, the market has completely turned around today, and I haven't even run the spreadsheet here in the noon hour. I don't need to know what it's going to tell me. I just did go long based upon what my sheet had said, because all of these trades are supposed to work long. They're supposed to work when they hit their triggers like they did. And so I had gone in and I had bought Meta looking for a $150 gain, but it turned around rapidly and moved negative. I hadn't got into Microsoft because I couldn't get in there. It bounced open very, very hard, and its data set wasn't exactly that strong. So I avoided Microsoft, so that's a good thing. I shorted Apple, which is working out very well for me. Thank you very much. NVIDIA I couldn't get into. There was no way that you could go in and buy NVIDIA just because it was so massively expensive. The calls there are so massively expensive. Amazon looks like it's running to 163.80, but it's fallen apart. So I don't know that 163.80, unless the market happens to regain its strength at some point in time. But keep in mind that we've had 3 Wednesday reversals. Our trend is more shorter than it is longer until we have strength come into this market. The strength, it looked like it was going to be yesterday, but we didn't carry over today. That's not a good thing. And tomorrow's Wednesday. Not a good thing. My Apple might be the saving grace for me. Adobe was signaling to 629.50, or I'm sorry, to 644.54, but it never got there. It's falling apart, and I still have, no, I sold my Adobe long. And the data set was really strong on it. It should have worked. But it failed. And then if we go in and we keep looking at these and we say a Tesla short, but Tesla was showing long, but it's actually turned out to be a really good short again. And I would never be long Tesla. They've got way too many headwinds against them. Nobody's buying Teslas. They're buying BYDs. And then AMD, I went long AMD because it was 179.40 and it was showing that it could go to as high as 186 if I was doing the math. But it also said short too, and trouble. So I did go into AMD. I'm in AMD right now. It is shorting rather than longing. and it's shorting very consistently. So my short is up on AMD and my long is failing on AMD, but it's pretty much a wash. So that's all good. And then it's my Apple 188.15 as Apple continues to keep dropping. If I go back to my spreadsheet and I type in 188.15, you'll see what the problem is. So let's go back to AMD. Just for grins and giggles, we'll go back to AMD here. And we'll type in 173.21. 173.21, 173.21, and you can see, oh, hang on, 173.21, we have AMD now failing big time, 0.8363, 0.8363 divided by 0.8328 equals 4.2% from 177.83, 177.83 by 4.2% minus 170.36. It's 173.21. So there's still another $3 to go. And we also have the market flailing and barely holding on once we just do the change in AMD. 1.0089 is running out of its rally. Not good. And then if I go and I even put in Apple, a 188.16, so let's go over to Apple. Let me show you there. 188.16 on Apple. Apple 188.16. Let's just go here. You can see how Apple has definitely been in its trend lower here. Its stock price has gone from 194 to 188. And now if we do this math, if we go 0.8311 divided by 0.8287, we're showing a 2.9% drop in Apple from 191. We're showing Apple dropping to 186, so another 2 points down on Apple. So you can see why on my short on Apple, I've adjusted to sell it a little bit higher because there's $2 more to the downside. And so then by doing that, if we come back over to the market data, because the market data on just two stocks has changed, and we're negative 0.24. So I have to go run the spreadsheet to be able to update it. And if we go in and we do that, may as well do that while we're on this video. What the hell? That should be fun. Bear with me. Those of you that don't like trading stocks or talking stocks have already left this video anyway. So the two people that are left, myself and whoever else watches me, what the heck? So let's go in here and we'll type in Meta. Whoops. Gotta get to my keyboard. Meta is $400.83. So let's go back here. 400.83. And Meta's low is actually 400.15. 400.15. And it's 400.83. Still in its rally, but it's getting pretty bad. Microsoft. And of course, the Fed comes out soon, and so it is not uncommon to see weird things happen in the market like this. 407.36. Let me go back to there, and we'll just stop here. 407.36. 406.45. Whoops. Oh, shit. Is that right? 412.26, 413.05, 406.50, and 407.36. When you punch that in to Microsoft, holy crap. Microsoft has done a complete 360 turn. All red now. Just on today. The world's largest company is failing. They've fallen into a complete negative on today's data. Wow, is that even right? Let's pull down the math from yesterday just to double check, because it's not adding up how it could have changed that much. Yeah, the math is correct. Let's just double check the 412.26, 413.05. Oh, there's where it is. 406.45. That's better, but it still is bad. I mean, it's just a lot better. That was going to be a terrible thing. It's still in its rally. It's just falling apart. And we're going to go and color all this red too. So it's all red now, but it's still in its rally, so it can still bounce back. And we're calling for 0.8350 divided by 0.8326, a 2.88% drop, 409.72 by 2.88% minus, we're calling for 397. So there's a $10 downside to Microsoft here. Apple, of course, we know is falling all apart. It's crying on itself. Apple is 188.21. So that's all pretty much the same. NVIDIA has turned around on the day and gone down. NVDA, this is like a Tuesday reversal here, 627.60. And its low is 625.41, 627.60. Still in its rally mode. Amazon, gone down. Just running the spreadsheet here in front of you. Ooh, shit, 158.96. That's massive. It's low for the day, 158.49. Glad I didn't go long this one. That would have been crushing. 158.96. You can see it was in its negative. It was in its rally mode, and now with this 0.92, it's fallen out of its rally mode. We're looking for a downside of Amazon, even though it is still in its rally, technically. We're looking for a downside move on Amazon. Let's get this colored. Come on. Thank you. We're looking for a downside move on Amazon of 0.8349 divided by 0.8326, 2.76%, 161.26 by 2.76% minus 156.80. So another $2 down on Amazon. Adobe got crushed. We know that. So let's go there. ADBE, what should have worked, didn't work today. 623.06. Just punch that. What's its new low? 621.52. 621.52 and 623.06. Oop. 0.06. It's still in its rally, but it's getting pretty weak. And then Tesla, let's do Tesla because that's one of my favorites to short, as you know. TSLA. Would have been a great day to short Tesla. 190.85, 190.77. So 190.77. It opened at 195. 190.77, 190.77, and it's currently 190.85. I believe you can be shorting all of Tesla at this point in time if you would like. It's going back to 188. And again, you can see here, you can do the math on Tesla, 0.8249 divided by 0.8225, 0.8225 is 2.9% from 183.69 by 2.5% minus 188.26. Or no, I'm sorry. What did I do here? What am I? I'm sorry. Cross that off. Trying to do this live is a little bit of a challenge. 0.8249 divided by 0.8225 is 2.9% of 190 by 2.9% minus 184.49. So you can go ahead and short Tesla here without any problems. It should work for us. And QQQ, we're not going to bother running. AMD, of course, failed. We know that. What's AMD at right now? This is the last stock to be running before we update the spreadsheet here. AMD is now 173.39, getting crushed. 173.39. 173.39. And now here's where we're at with our market. Where yesterday we were up 0.33, today we're down 0.24. And we've printed this worst negative 870. And if we play the math, we're out of our rally tomorrow. There's no way. Because if we look at the other 0.9870 that we printed, if we look at this, we dropped 50 points, or 0.50, which is going to be a negative number tomorrow. We're going to be in caution tomorrow. Tomorrow's not going to be good. And then heading into Thursday, Friday, we are at our pivot point. We are at our third Wednesday reversal. We're seeing in front of us right now this move in this market. Starting to make perfect sense. Get the hell out of its way. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.